Welcome to City Talk. It's About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy. I am so happy to be at Dream Pilot Films in Sparks, Nevada with Crystal Garcia. Crystal on air.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us.
Of course.
How long has it been since you've been on a set?
Well, I've worked in TV
Right.
for about, I say 10 years, my whole adult life.
I know, but look at,
So
how does it feel to be back?
It
sitting
feels
here?
lovely, and this set is beautiful. Thanks for having me, Deb.
Well, you are very welcome. I'm really excited today because today we get to combine royalty.
Mm-hmm. We sure do.
And that's why you're wearing purple, right?
Obviously.
And we're also going to be roaring and sipping, and when you see the commercial, you probably saw it, and there's the Lion King. Everybody loves the Lion King, and the Lion King is coming to Reno, Nevada.
Exactly.
So we're so excited to be sharing that.
More royalty.
More royalty. But my goal is we have Nello Olivo, the Grape Father. I have known Nello for quite a while, and Nello always has something up his sleeve. But we're going to hear his wine journey in his California kingdom, paving the way for Disney's hit, The Lion King Spectacular.
Come into town.
Come into town. So we're going to be sipping and roaring and sharing. It's going to be great. And I'm really excited. So we'll have Nello Olivo, the Grape Father, and we're going to have Dennyse Sewell, Executive Director of the Pioneer Center, and Adam Cates, who was here a few weeks ago, the Director of Community Engagement. And we love to engage. We want you to be engaged with us, and we want you to stay tuned. And what else are we going to be chatting about?
Well, I'm going to be learning all about the Grape Father, and I have actually seen a production of The Lion King.
You have?
That was my first ever Broadway production musical in LA many moons ago. But I'm super excited that it's coming to Reno and to learn more about how we can experience it here in the Pioneer Center, and of course, the Grape Father.
Well, I see you're styling some boots over there.
Yes, as we mentioned, I am here on theme with the color purple for royalty, as well as my Lion King boots.
Well, as you know, I love labels.
Yes.
Blythe addressed me. I told her we were going to talk about the Lion King. So I am wearing from Labels, which you have to go to. It's a Trina Turk dress. And I don't ever wear boots like this. And these are via Spraga.
I love
and
the
I have
boots.
cultured pearls and earrings. And of course, let's turn around if I don't mess up my mic, caliber hair.
You are perfect for the theme.
I know.
You look like you're ready to go on a safari.
Oh, it's like a lion's mane.
Yep.
I
love
wasn't
it.
planning on that. That's not in the notes. Anyway, I'm really, really excited. It's going to be a great show. So we want you to stay tuned. Hang tight because we come back. You're going to meet the Grape Father. It's About Town Deb, City Talk. Crystal, be right back.
Join the Circle of Life at the Lion King. Experience the world's #1 musical. Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Coming to Grand Theater at Grand Sierra Resort November 9th through 19th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Welcome back. It's About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy with City Talk. Again, we're at Dream Pilot Films in Sparks, Nevada. Crystal Garcia, I'm so happy to have you. Crystal on air. And you're on air today with us with the Grape Father, Nello Olivo. Woo! Welcome, Nello.
Woo! Thanks, Nello.
It's actually not Nello Olivo.
I know, but you're the Grape
It's
Father.
Nello.
Nello Olivo.
Right.
Nello.
Gotta give that.
Okay,
You gotta. In Italy, that's where they would say it. Nello. They don't go Nello. They go Nello.
I just call you Nello, So let's do a toast to Nello Olivo. How'd you say that?
It's Nello. You know where the
Nello.
L's go up like that?
Nello. Let's do a toast to
shoulder
you
has to
right
go
now.
up.
We're going to do a toast, and then you'll tell us what
Cheers.
we're toasting with.
Cheers,
And I can't-
Nello. Thank you for being here, Nello.
I can't reach, so we're going to pretend we did. Cheers. Let's do a cheers. Okay, and then
So
you
what we're
can.
sampling right now is the Grape Father. Where is that? Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
We're sampling the Grape Father wine, which is our signature wine. And that's how we started out with the Grape Father. And this is our family of Grape Father wines. The Drop Dead Red, the Secreto de Familia right here, and which other one? Yeah, there's a Family Secret, Drop Dead
Ooh,
Red.
that's a secret, isn't it?
Can't tell you about it. But
Nello.
this is a lovely wine. This wins a lot of awards everywhere it goes. and just love to show it off.
Can you describe to me what I'm about to
Yes.
taste? Before I do it,
Do we
give
sip
us a
it? Do we
preview.
swirl it? What do we do?
Well, I don't, my wife had told me once. She said there's 5 S's.
What are they?
It's smell, see, sip,
See?
swallow, and spit if you don't like it.
Oh, I'm not spitting on. We have white furniture here. Okay, here we go.
All right, let's try it.
So you got them all.
Then you swirl it a little bit.
Swirl it in your mouth to give you the
And
best
then do you
thing.
like-
I teach everyone that comes to our place. I can't do it with these glasses.
I know.
But we coat the inside.
Okay, be careful. We have
of the
white
glass.
carpet.
Oh, yes.
We coat the inside,
He was very confident.
and that
He's
gives you
good
the
at it.
best opportunity to sample the wine that you have in the glass. You know, otherwise, if you just go like that, what you usually do, just swirl it around. It only goes halfway up the glass, and the rest of it may have soap in it, or dirty dish rag, or another.
He's Nello, guys. We love him.
I just want you to have the best experience.
well,
So Nello, I did just taste it, and it's lovely. Grateful that you have red wines here, because I am a red girl. Talk about what makes your wine so unique.
Interestingly, it starts in the vineyard. You know, all wines, and you can hear this from a lot of different winemakers, starts in the vineyard. And even I harvested yesterday morning.
you
and
actually were out there
I
yourself.
was out there harvesting. Well, I had guys doing it, but I was driving the tractor.
I was like, you still do it?
No, he does.
What? That's amazing.
Oh, no, I jump on the tractor and get
does.
it done. It needs to get done. And I would be doing it today, but I couldn't resist coming here because you asked us to.
Thank you.
And I think this is just delightful. Thank you for inviting me, by the way.
Well, I'm very welcome.
There's a beautiful drive up here, too.
Well,
you know, going
so
through the
tell
mountains.
us where your winery is. Speaking of the beautiful drive.
So
and-
we're in actually our, we have 2 locations. One in Placerville and an old Victorian mansion. What we'll talk about
Yeah.
in a minute.
Well,
An old Victorian mansion. It used to be a restaurant called Sequoia. And it's has a lot of history, a kind of spooky history.
We like
which is a lot of fun. And then I have another place we developed another spot in Camino where we have a Highway 50 brewery and Nello Olivo winery. The place that we leased out was just too big. So one of my club members happened to be talking to him and he's saying, gee, I'm a brewmaster. So now we have a brewery. So we have a brewery and winery, and that is how we're going to get on to the next subject after this about Cali Mojo.
Well, hold
that's
on.
how that came about. But anyway,
I'm not letting you jump to that. You have to say a little bit about, a tiny bit about why, Nello, your name, the Grape Father, your family,
The Grape Father.
your mom, how many children she's had, a little bit about the personal side.
You have
Just
to
a little
teach us.
bit.
You have,
We-
at
we
least
need
for
to.
me. I'm new
Yes.
to the area, so please tell me all about
You know,
the Grape Father.
if you want to go back where it started, I was raised in a home with 16 children, you know, so it's and I don't think the room was any bigger than this spot. The boys' room, the girls' room, and we all slept in it together, which was really interesting. My mother, you know, was just the matriarch of the family, no doubt. So we had 6 boys in one room and 10 girls in another. The girls slept like this, you know, and they did. And we didn't have a lot of money then, and probably still don't. But in the boys' room, we were on bunk beds.
Is that where you got this idea?
No, I just thought it was very interesting that all those years we were raised, we were so prude that we didn't go out of our room without being fully dressed. I've never seen my sisters out of all those, or they've never seen their brothers half dressed. It's always fully dressed. That is how we got going. Anyway, 16 children, I grew up, and got out and started doing different things and bought a vineyard after a while, after I married and got a vineyard. And the Grape Father came about because I was always considered like, I was the first boy, so I was considered like the godfather.
Like the Lion King.
The godfather, you know. And one day we had a problem in the winery where we had these barrels and barrels of wine that I didn't use. I was saving a barrel of the best every year. And I had all these barrels, and my winemaker says, what can you do with all these barrels, Nello? I said, well, I thought we had 3 or 4, and we ended up having about 30.
Oh,
And so I said, well, I guess the only thing to do is blend it together or something and make some special wine. And I didn't know what to name it. And my wife and I and everyone was sitting around the table trying to figure out what we're going to name this new wine. And my son came up and said, well, you're always considered the godfather, but you're into the grapes. Why aren't you the grape father? And that's how the grape father developed. And then from there, we went on to, the family secrets and the family of these things.
So now,
Dead Red.
How many years has your winery been in business? Because I see a lot of bottles of wine here. I even see a ribbon here. Can you give us a snapshot of just your journey since?
Oh, a snapshot is that one ribbon right there. I got hundreds of ribbons.
Love that.
And, we started the vineyard back when my wife and I bought this. It was a horse facility. And then a llama ranch, and we said, gee, it'd look nice to have a vineyard on this side and that side, coming down our driveway into our property, not realizing all the work you have to go through.
And look at you now.
Look at you now.
Look at you now. All the work you did.
Look at me now.
It's very fruitful.
Well, so I know we have so much to talk about, and I know I got my little 3-minute mark. So you've got something coming up in a brand new release, and we were talking about, Halloween's coming up, and there's Placerville is known to be like a little bit haunted, and I've actually gone to one of these tours. They have Save the Grape tours, and you guys have decided to partner with them. And what are you doing?
You want to have a lot of fun.
I do.
You want to have a lot of fun. You
Yes.
got to come to this event that we're having the 21st of this following month. We've tuned up with the Save the Graves, and that's across from our Victorian mansion, which is
Cool.
has a lot of spooky history. I don't believe in ghosts, but there's been those times.
Well, what did you experience
And
something?
it'll take a lot longer than 3
Okay.
minutes. Okay. And then the grave. Well, we have the graveyard across the
Yeah, it's
street.
right across the
So we
street.
have a lot of constant visitors from the graveyard, and they come over and they let you know they're there. They're half alive. They're not totally dead. So I don't feel they are, because you go through the mansion and you get these really spooky feeling. A tap on the shoulder.
No, I've been in the mansion. I do know. I've been there.
If you bring your camera, all you're going to see are these orbs.
I
all over the
know.
place.
And people can
I do see
experience
ours.
it right on October 21st.
October
That's when
21st, 2023. Yes. And you can
so people can head out and experience what he's describing.
and you can
Oh,
meet
yeah.
Nello, you can meet his team, and I heard that your team is going to be kind of dressed up. Are they going to be like in some kind of attire?
Well, they always do that. They put on their I want to say the Godfather type of
Yeah.
thing, and
But I have a
their
feeling
mask and
I
everything.
think they're going to be. I think this might be a little special.
And this
Victoria.
wine that we have, we're going to release this brand new wine.
So tell us the
That's what
name
we're
of the
gonna
wine.
do. Brand new wine is called the Haunted House Wine.
Perfect.
And it's a blend of Trigo Nacional and some Primitivo and Syrah, stuff like that. It happens to be just absolutely delicious. You have this wine, you're not going to want to taste anything else. It is something that leaves you with a memory.
Well, we
Leaves you with a memory.
have a memory right now, but we're going to remember this because we're going to have you back for my Deb's pick, and you're going to talk about Kelly Mojo.
Oh, fun.
And you're going to hopefully give us another look. We like the Grape Father, but I also like to see people see you all cash and comfy. Put that hat on. Let's get a nice shot of that. This is
All right,
how
let's
you
see
will
it,
see
folks.
Nello when he's at his events. He's
The Grape
actually wears
Father.
this, and he has his little. I don't think he's ever smoked that though. It's fake, isn't it?
I smoked a cigar once and got very, very dizzy.
Yeah, I've had that happen
No,
too.
no, I like it. I do smoke a cigar from time to time.
So,
When the
website
occasion is correct.
NelloOlivo.com.
It's Nello, right, at Nello Olivo.
At Nello, yeah. But people know how to
.com.
find it. Nello
And
Olivo.
you can find us under, Nello Olivo Winery.
Yeah. You have
Highway
Facebook.
50 Brewery.
Yeah.
Have them both. Either place. It's just as fun. The one in Placerville is just more authentically old. If you traveled and went to Europe and you come down into that,
You're going to feel like
the
that.
way my wife and I did it, it is just, you think you're back in the old country.
Okay. Well, Nello, don't go too far. We're going to have you back. Up next, we've been talking about the Lion King, so we're really excited. We are going to have Dennyse Sewell, as we said, the executive director of the Pioneer Center, and if you've watched us, you've met Adam Cates, the director of community events, and they're both going to be on set. And I'm going to end with a quote. I love my quotes. While others search for what they can take, a true king searches for what he can give.
That's a
Yes,
Mufasa.
Mufasa.
Pastanello, Nello Vino.
Awesome. So
Giving all of the Lion King energy from the Grape Father.
Yes.
We love it.
So we are going to take another break. We come back. We are going to be all about the Lion King, and it's About Town Deb. Crystal, and we have Nello, and Nello will be back. So don't go away and get ready for all the news on the Lion King. We'll be right back.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome back. It's About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy with City Talk. Again, we're at Dream Pilot Films, Sparks, Nevada, and we have changed the set. We are going to be roaring with the Lion King, and we're so excited. Crystal she already teased you and told you she's already been to it. I have not, so I'm really excited. But welcome to the set, Dennyse Sewell. I'm so excited to have you on set. We have met before. I've actually done an interview on the stage at the Pioneer.
That's right.
Wow.
You came to the Pioneer,
So
and we did our
exciting.
show on
We
stage.
love that. And Adam, you've been on set
Yeah,
before.
recently.
You're just a pro.
Oh, I'm happy to be back.
Well,
Thank you for having us
we're
here.
happy to have you here. So I'm just excited. Crystal, I'm going to let you just get started with this interview.
Yeah, so as previously mentioned, if y'all heard, I have actually been to a production of The Lion King. Yeah. And fun fact, spoiler alert, it is also one of my favorite Disney movies, obviously.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? It's a classic.
Absolutely.
So let's just talk about, this has been in Broadway production, traveling. I don't know if this is a answer y'all know, but I remember seeing it when I was like a teenager.
Yep.
So that was a long time ago. Like I said, I'm not going to give my age. But it's here in Reno. Talk about the experience that we're giving to the community.
That's right. It is an incredible show. And Crystal, you've had a chance to experience the magic. You have not yet, but when you do, you're going to feel.
I got a tease of it at the GSR.
Yes, you're going to see. You're going to feel
I can't
why
wait.
it's such a lasting show. And as you mentioned, it's not a brand new show. It wasn't just put out on Broadway. It has such staying power, such impact. This show is every bit as relevant as when the Disney animated film was first created when I was a child. Through all of the countries it has visited around the entire world, it has this magic, this impact, this draw year after year. And it's such an honor, such a thrill that we finally get to bring it to Reno. It's an amazing opportunity that we're so excited to get to invite the community to experience this show with us, whether they've seen it before or they haven't.
Adam, have you seen it?
I have seen it. I was actually lucky enough to see the original cast in New York back in 1998.
Oh my
You're a lucky
God.
one.
Yeah,
Amazing.
And it's it's an emotional experience too. You wouldn't think that you could be so moved by puppetry, but like that opening number is legendary for a reason.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
speaking of puppetry, tell us about, do you know how many puppets are in there? And tell us about that. When I was sitting watching the media thing, it was like, how do you even create puppets that big? So tell us a little bit about the
Exceptional.
puppets and
Yeah,
the
there's-
experience we're going to feel.
There are several hundred puppets in the show, actually. And so, though the humans are portraying animal characters like the animated film, instead of just painting their faces like cats or, something like that, Julie Taymor, the director, also designed these incredible puppets. Some of them live on the actors. Some of them
Okay,
are...
when you say they live on them, are they on them? Are they wearing them the
Yeah,
whole
like they
show?
might
pretty
be
much?
wearing them as a headdress.
Wow.
Or they might be an independent piece that that they're manipulating. So it's all different kinds of puppetry within the design of the show.
Well, you mentioned the costumes. Like, say a little bit more about that. I mean, who designed the costumes, and how many different costumes are there? There's got to be a lot to say about that.
I mean, I will say the cast has 49 people.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's
So-
just the performers. The tour
Yeah.
itself travels with, I think, just under 140 people
Yeah.
on the road with the show. It's exceptional what it takes to make that show possible.
Can you talk a little bit about, I mean, obviously it has that staying power. Why do you think, y'all have both seen it, I've seen it. It was my first Broadway production, so it
Fabulous.
definitely
Yes,
had a
set a
standard
high
for
bar.
for everybody else. But if you guys can talk about maybe your favorite things about the play, obviously the music as well is a
Yes,
big thing.
definitely about the music.
The music. It's Elton John and Tim Rice.
Yeah.
You can't get any more
iconic.
timeless than Elton John
Yes.
and Tim Rice, two of our,
Yes.
two of the most amazing writing composer and lyricist of our time.
So with the music, do you guys have a favorite song or a favorite part of the show where you're like, yes, this is my favorite. I'm so touched.
Definitely Circle of Life.
Yes,
for me.
I think that might be a lot of
It's
people.
such an iconic, recognized all over the world moment when that song begins. You can't resist it. And again, whether you've seen it before or you know nothing about The Lion King somehow, you've gone your whole life, you know nothing about it, I don't think that's possible. But even if you didn't, as soon as that song begins, you are on the journey. You get sucked into that show. You cannot resist the pull of that moment in theater. The magic that it creates, again, that it's the music, it's the dancers, it's the choreography, it's the staging, it's the puppets, the costumes. It's everything about that show is bigger than anything else I've ever seen in my life. I've never experienced a show of that magnitude. I would venture to say it's never been done, anything of this scale.
Yeah,
it's in a class all by itself. It's incredible.
So in this massive scale, how were you able to get it to little old Reno? How was that to bring it
Biggest
here?
little.
Biggest little
Right,
city.
biggest little Reno.
I'm biggest little city. I mean, at the Pioneer Center, you guys seriously, your whole Broadway series, not just The Lion King. You have a whole series, so feel free to shout out about what's what's after Lion King as well. But how did you make it happen?
Yeah, so this is a show that year after year, our subscribers have been saying, when are we getting The Lion King? When are we getting The Lion King? And the Pioneer Center has been presenting the Broadway Comes to Reno series for 29 years now. And so for so many of those years, everyone says that's the #1 show they want to see. And through many, many fantastic visits from the team at Disney Theatricals, we realized the beautiful historic Pioneer Center is actually too small to fit the magnitude of The Lion King. 17 semi-trucks packed with set pieces, with costumes, with puppets, with lighting, with all the things it takes to make that show.
It
17
takes 4 full days to set the
semi-trucks.
show
They're taking you to Africa. So
They are taking
to
us to
create
Africa,
the
yes.
Savannah
So
and
I
Pride
could
Rock.
just imagine.
It's
yeah.
a lot. And so what we realized was we needed to look at other venues around the area to see, could we still present this for the people of Reno, even though it doesn't fit inside our beautiful venue? And thankfully, our incredible friends at Grand Sierra Resort have one of the largest stages in North America. I kid you not, one of the
If not
largest.
the world, yeah.
The
stages.
world,
New
yeah.
information
Yes, yes.
And there's actually a plane on set.
a literal
A literal
airplane
plane is
on the
backstage.
stage. Yes.
Yeah.
It's that big.
The plane will not be appearing in The Lion King.
It will not be part of
How
the
would
show.
you play that? And I'm like curious. Is Simba flying?
And so the opportunity to get to present the show at the Grand Sierra Resort is the way that we're able to do this for the community. And it's just been such a tremendous partnership of everyone involved. Disney Theatricals, Grand Sierra Resort, all of the team at the Pioneer Center, our partners at Nederlander National Markets, where we've all come together. Just like there's 139-ish people on the road with the show, there are hundreds of people behind the scenes to make it possible.
And I don't think people realize just how much work it takes to make this all come to life. And with that, I want to say thank you on behalf, I am a newer resident of the community, but on behalf of the community, thanks for all the work that you did to make it happen.
Oh, it's a labor of love for everyone involved. Everyone in the Broadway industry, they do the work because they love it. Everyone in performing arts, everyone in nonprofit, certainly everyone at the Pioneer Center. We do this because we wouldn't be anywhere else. This is our passion. And so to get to share it with the community is so meaningful to all of us. We're just so thrilled.
Deb, well, I'll say this. I have seen The Lion King in LA at Pantages.
Oh,
I have not seen it at the GSR.
That's right.
It is going to be like
Maybe
incredible.
I gotta go back. I gotta go see it.
you have
You
to
can't
go
miss
see
it.
The
It will
special
be
thing about the
exceptional.
GSR Theater too, like the Pioneer, there's not a
Not
bad seat in the house.
Right, right.
You are going to feel close to the action anywhere in that.
So there are still tickets, right?
There are. So tickets are available right now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss your chance. This is going to be an exceptional opportunity to see it here. in a familiar venue in your hometown, a beautiful casino that's full of restaurants and bars and rooms if you want to do a room stay.
You can do a
staycation.
They have a pool. There's stuff for
the spa.
Speaking of kids, so kid friendly. Is this
absolutely? This is
why I want to make sure we
show
that.
for
It's
families.
Yes.
It's an incredible opportunity for the young ones in your life to see live Broadway. And again, just like it was your first show, you'll give them a taste of how grand Broadway can really be.
Which is perfect. Start when they're young.
Incredible opportunity.
I have a fun question for the both of you. So I'm just going to put you to test. If you both could choose a character from The Lion King for a day, you want to be that character for a day, who would it be and why?
Oh, wow. I feel like I am Zazu already. So I think I would choose someone else because it's a stressful character to be. I think I would like to be Pumbaa. That joyful attitude, that carefree.
I would want to be Timon. He's got the best one-liners in the show.
Perfect. We're ready to go. Perfect. We're ready to go. Literally.
Awesome. I love that. I'm just really excited. So I do have a few goodies here. I want to say thank you guys for the goodies because you guys had a media night at the GSR. We got to actually sit on the stage at the GSR and they had the characters had flown in. They were there in costume and we got to like watch them right there. And it was so powerful.
And to learn more about the behind the scenes, how the show came to be, all of the creatives involved in making the show.
But that's what it's a lot to say for the Pioneer. You do a great job at sharing this with our community, welcoming all the media people so we can share it. But this was some of the stuff in our goodie bag. And I'm like, I decided I was going to keep it because I knew we were going to have you on set. And I'm going to do a shout out to Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation. At the end of the month, we're having Natalia's Night, which you guys partnered with Wild River Grill quite a bit.
Yes,
so it's a perfect segue into that. So we're grateful that they do that. I'm going to share a quote here. And then when we come back, we are going to have Nello Olivo. One of you get to stay. Whoever wants to try. Ooh. And then if you want to squish it, if you don't mind putting Nello in the middle,
we don't mind that at all.
Okay, I think they both want to stay. So here's my quote. Okay, here we go. Oh yes, the past can hurt, but the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. Can you know which character that was?
Oh, I know. I mean, it's really. I just watched it because it's really one of my favorites.
Fabulous.
It's Rafiki.
Yeah.
That's like the famous quote from him when he hits Simba and he goes back to Pride Rock.
Well, I can't wait to watch it again and remember.
Well, I am too.
Wonderful.
So we're going to take a break, and you will see some other product up here. We're going to get our Cali Mojo on. So don't go too far away. It's About Town Deb with City Talk. Crystal, thank you for being here, and don't go away because I love having you on set with us.
Yeah, and I can't wait for Deb's pick.
I know. Stay tuned. Be right back.
Join the circle of life at the Lion King. Experience the world's #1 musical. Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Coming to Grand Theater at Grand Sierra Resort November 9th through 19th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Welcome back. It's About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy with City Talk. Again, we are Dream Pilot Films, and we have changed up the tone. We're still kind of like feeling sassy and rory sassy and rory, thanks to the Lion King. But we had to bring Nello back because, as you see, he's changed his attire. Nello was not only the Grape father. Nello and his team have created a brand new product, a brand new beverage with his amazing Tempranillo wine. So we decided to invite Dennyse and Adam to stay because they saw this, like, we want to try this. So this is my Deb's pick for the week. And Nello, I'd love you to tell us a little bit about what we're going to be sampling.
Oh, this is fun. You are sampling what we created. I told you when I was doing the first segment that it was Gary that I met, and he was my brewmaster, and I needed him because he knew how to carbonate. And so we sampled this for the past 2 years.
Hold it up.
We sampled this Tempranillo wine. Actually, it's called Cali Mojo, which is it's a drink actually sort of like that. It's called a Cali Mojo. In Spain, my relatives brought it back to us and said, "Why don't you make Cali Mojo?"
Well, there's actually Adam. I'm just gonna, because Adam, when he saw this, what did you say right away?
Whenever my uncle comes over, my family, we all drink the pecans, but he always wants a calimocho, so I gotta get the red wine and the Coca-Cola.
Yes, these Basque cocktails are popular
Basque cocktail.
This
I'm learning all about.
Much more sophisticated.
This is actually, so as we contemplate this for a while, and I tasted the cheap wine and a Coca-Cola, I could, I don't want to drink this. This is awful. I mean, I felt it was awful.
So you made your
we all
own.
drink the
So he made
pecans
his
and
own.
we leave the calimocho to
Okay.
Mark.
So my wife and I said, if we felt if we just upped the game and got a better, we like the concept, but if we got a better wine, top wine, and we did, we found probably the Foothills Premier Tempranillo wine. We found it way back in Sierra Nevada foothills from a friend of mine named Haim. He has CDGRE winery, just in case anybody wants to go
And we
there.
love CDGRE. They are locally. You can get them here.
And he had this grape, and he did our formulation. We did our formulation ourselves at first from spices and things from online, and he commercialized it because he was the flavor master of
Captain Crunch.
Crunch.
Oh my.
And
Yes.
also he made bars and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
So we felt that he would be the best. My wife said, go to him, because I was going to go to a flavor company way back in Pennsylvania. He says, no, go to Haim. Haim loved doing it. Even though he's retired from it, he says, I'll put my hat
love
back
it.
on and I'll go
I
for
love
it.
that.
And he made one of the most delicious drinks, I think, in
pour it.
America today. There's not been a carbonated red wine produced in America successfully. Tried with the big beverage companies and they failed. Well, we've succeeded, hopefully. And
As you're
we're
pouring
going to
it,
try it right now, and then I'll tell you where you can get it.
and I also,
Perfect.
can you give me, as you're pouring it, give me 3 words that capture the essence of what it is to you?
Fun.
Fun.
One
It's
word.
a fun wine in a can.
Okay.
There it
Fun
is.
wine can.
Love it.
It's a fun
Okay.
looking can. It's a fun wine.
And I was noticing the name, obviously, Kelly Mojo. You have it spelled Cali like California.
That's what it's for.
That's how I think.
and
Exactly right.
I love the play on word there, obviously, because it's paying homage to what you were inspired by, which is Basque drinks, a whole new world that I learned about today. I'm excited to learn more and actually taste my first.
It's very big in the Basque country.
Well, I'm new to here,
But
so I'm
that is
excited.
that is the way his grandfather has it, his
Right.
father does. But Mojo, I just tell people if they want the Mojo,
Get pouring.
we've
I
got
see it starting to drip.
Deb wants some. Deb
Get
wants
pouring.
to try.
I
Deb
see,
wants to
I
try
see some
it.
dripping going on up there.
Deb wants
We
to
got
try it.
white carpet over here.
Okay.
We want to
Over
know why
ice.
Deb picked it.
Over
Cold
ice.
and over ice.
Cold
is
and
the best
over
way to
ice.
have this.
Over a table.
And over a table. No spilling.
Oh, now
But it's very Basque to pour from a
yes.
height,
Now, if you
right?
look at it,
Thank you.
when you pour it
la
over
la.
lots of ice, it has this beautiful, like, would it be a bubbly foam? I don't know. What do you
Effervescent.
Effervescent.
There we go.
Well,
There you go.
smelling
Can you
it.
show the
It's
camera?
carbonated.
Oh, okay.
Thank
There
you
go.
so much.
We might have to
Ooh,
pop
beautiful.
another one.
We're going to have to pop 2 or 3 of them.
So I have to
Does
tell
that
you.
smell like?
Smells delicious.
So Nello, I want to thank you and Danica because we had Midtown last year. We had dancing in the streets, and at Noble Pie, one of our local places, we had a booth where George and you donated this, and we donated the proceeds to Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation. So because you're not distributed in Nevada yet, we're working on that. But you can get it. Oh, wow, you got the big fuzz. Whatever that is.
He had the
5
shout
o'clock
out to his
somewhere.
past, so
He got the one.
he knows how to appreciate it.
But
He
when
knows how to appreciate it.
Yeah, so we had this on the streets of Reno in Midtown, and everybody loved this. They want to know how they get it, how they can get it. And Ryan from Noble Pie, who's the owner, he actually went down to Nello's and bought a bunch of it because he's like, I can't wait till it's distributed. I want it now. So you already have a fan following in Reno. So let's do a toast. I'm going to swirl mine around to Kelly
Here's
Mojo.
to Deb and now the Kelly Mojo.
And Kelly Mojo and the Lion King coming
The
to
Lion
Reno.
King. Woo. Let's do this.
And
Cheers,
this-
everyone.
By the way, this is all done right here in El Dorado County.
Yes.
You know, it's not done
Wow.
in some other place.
You guys, well, this is yummy to me, but
So
how
can
do
you
you
taste the
feel?
flavors? Can you?
Yeah.
What flavors can you taste?
I got the ginger popsicle.
Yes, that is ginger.
Absolutely. Yep.
I love
yep.
ginger, and so yes, I am a fan.
But the
of
brightness of the wine is still there.
It still has
Yeah.
it, but it's
Still
totally.
get the wine. And
Yep.
I have to be honest with you, I've made this 2 or 3 times. We've been going through our sampling. The first round, I had too much wine in it because I'm a wine guy.
Of course.
And I said, I want the wine to come out. And my wife said, no, you got to be more cosmopolitan. And so what we ended up doing is dropping the wine down a little bit, which allowed the ginger to come out a little bit more. And then I brought it to her. She has a critical palate, and she said,
She seems to know best. I keep hearing all these stories, and your wife is like your North Star. She always keeps you back on track. So her critical mouth palate is. I'm a fan of it.
She said, okay. And she said, boom, that's it. So now we canned it the way we like it. And this is being sold now at Costco's in contract with us now. We're going into contract.
Nice.
Along
Congratulations.
with, Total Wines and Rayleigh's. These are local places. And also I have it in a few of the, what do they call it, beach hut delis.
In
They have it.
California
And
side.
because they have a tap, and we have this in kegs. Because we have this in kegs, we have it in cans and kegs, it can go anywhere.
No, and the best part about it, which I have taken it everywhere, especially in Reno, we have this amazing river, and the ski season's going to be coming up. What better thing to put in your backpack and take with you as you're hanging out with your friends and you're popping a cold one in the snow? It'd be great photo op. You could do some selfies with your Kelly Mojo. But I mean, George and I have been in on this since the beginning, and we've watched it develop. And
Have you tasted the alcohol in this?
I have
It
no.
has 6.5% alcohol.
I
You
just
don't
read
taste
that.
it.
I just read that, and I was like, whoa.
You
Like,
don't
no, I
know
can't
Yeah,
taste
you
it.
don't
No.
taste it's lovely. It's like forgive me if this
What?
is I don't know if this is like to Basque culture, but I'm like,
Oh.
it's very seltzery. And this is me
Wow.
not knowing Basque
but it's
country.
not too seltzery.
No, but it reminds me like it's easy to drink and I
Refreshing.
enjoy
very
it.
refreshing.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it's fun
Yes.
in a
It's
can.
So it's something you take to the beach.
Yeah.
You take out in the backyard and you're mowing your lawn, or your wife's mowing it. Whoever's
Whoever's mowing the lawn, right? Yeah.
This is what we love, Nello. This is you get what you get.
Nello has a funny mouth on him too. We like it.
funny bone.
This wasn't in my notes, and I'm just randomly gonna, because we have you guys who have been Lion King. If a Lion King character would be drinking a Kelly Mojo, or that look of it, you know who it would be? Because this is like a fun get your mojo. It's like the Lion King. You're out there in the jungle. You got like the palm trees.
I
Spot
mean,
now,
this
you
is
know.
definitely a Timon and Pumbaa drink.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
we're well matched.
Yes.
Yeah, it is perfect for.
Awesome. See, so and this was not planned that you guys were going to be on set with us together. So if you were to describe a movie theme, what movie could you see this in?
Oh my gosh! Of course, I like old comics and everything, and it'd be one of those old funny guys. I was thinking of George Carlin, not George Carlin, but who's the other guy that does No Respect? Who's that guy?
Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, that'd be a Rodney Dangerfield.
Okay, well we're not gonna go too far. We're gonna wrap this up, and I'm gonna do a quote. We're gonna come back. We'll do our final thank yous. You guys can give us all one more little shout out. So here is the quote for this segment: "Friends are the family we choose." Jennifer Aniston, and I believe that because we are all friends. I feel like we're family, and definitely with Nello and Danica, they have become our family. I can honestly say George and I stay there. We love having dinner with them. We love to cook with them, love to cook for them. They're amazing people. They love their community, and I'm just grateful that you made the trip over the hill. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll do our official thank yous, and we'll have another toast. About Town Deb.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
The timeless story you know and love is now Broadway's #1 holiday hit musical, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the musical. Catch the Grinch in this heartwarming holiday classic, perfect for the entire family. 100 times better than any bedtime story. Cheers the New York Times. November 21st through 26th, Pioneer Center. On sale at pioneercenter.com or the Pioneer Center box office. Catch the Grinch live for the holidays.
Welcome back to the final segment of City Talk. Wow, we have been roaring and partying and sipping and talking about Cali Mojo. We've been talking about wine. We've been talking about the Lion King. And Crystal was the first time on set. I'm so grateful. And it's just been a really fun show, and I'm really excited. I want to thank our sponsors, because without our sponsors, we would not be here. First of all, Dream Pilot Films, right here on the set. I wouldn't be here without them. Design on Edge. We have Kim Surratt Law Practice. And you know, you guys love Design on Edge.
Absolutely.
They're part of our team. We love Design on Edge. And as you could see, I always love Caliber Hair and Makeup. Labels is always ready to dress me so I can look a little bit more fancy and professional. Dorinda's Chocolate. We usually have chocolate here, and we have Kimmy Candy. And our newest one for here is the pretzels, Stellar Brands.
Those are delicious.
Yes. Yeah,
we love
they've
those.
Sponsored some of our programs at the
They
Pioneer
have?
Center.
Yes,
They're
phenomenal company.
Oh,
delicious treats.
We have some in that little basket, along with Kimmy Candies. And of course, DigiPrint does all of our printing, and he's all of us supports our nonprofits, as most people do. Children's Cancer Foundation, and I'm bringing them so much now. I'm talking about them so much today is because from now until February 9th, the William N. Pennington Foundation is doubling all donations. So anytime I do a basket at a wine event, we sell raffle tickets and then we donate, as we're gonna have a raffle basket with Lion King, and I'll most likely put some of this in there, and we'll be raffling off at Natalia's night at Wild River Grill. So it just shows we are one community here, and we love it, we love it. So I would love you guys to give, once again, how do we get tickets? How do we get Cali Mojo?
So tickets to The Lion King, it's playing November 10th through the 19th. You go to Ticketmaster.com to get your tickets at the Grand Sierra Resort Grand Theater.
It's going to be grand night. Nello.
Yes, well, you can find this on mycalimojo.com. That's how you find it. And also, of course, you can come to our tasting room, our Highway 50 brewery. We have it on tap there.
Yes, it's so cool on tap.
Highway 50, and also the tasting room next door. And in Placerville, of course, we have it at our other location where we're going to have that haunted wine.
Will it be there? Will it be there?
Haunted house? Yeah, it'll be there too.
Awesome.
Of course,
Okay.
we always have it there. And then, of course, soon at Costco and all that. Right now at Nugget, you can find it at Nugget in El Dorado Hills. Forklift, some of the beach hut delis have it. Hopefully, a lot more of them will carry it. We're going to find out. So that's it for right now.
But even better, I know that nowadays people like to shop on Amazon. They like to order online. They like the little QR codes. I've even gotten a little spoiled. Like, when you go to a restaurant, there's not a menu now. You do that. Well, if you want Cali Mojo, we'll be sure to have the QR code, the website, because you can actually order Cali Mojo online and it will be shipped to your door. So you don't even have to go over the hill. It'll be shipped right to you. And especially if you know you're having a gathering, just have a case or two shipped to you, or you take a trip to, fall is here. You can go to the El Dorado, go to Apple Hill, stop and see Nello, and you can pick up cases and bring them back. So we really are about connecting from Reno to Carson to Tahoe to El Dorado. It's a big deal to me. And as with the Pioneer, you connect families all the time with your shows, and it's so important to do that. Crystal, anything that stood out today for you?
I have learned a whole lot today about Basque culture, and obviously I'm not in California right now. So
but you feel like it.
Right, I'm drinking a Cali Mojo.
Cali Mojo.
Thanks to Nello. And I don't know, I got to talk to you, maybe check out your website. I got to get some tips from you guys. And I think actually this is for the mass audience. Tips on the tickets for Lion King, because I'm sure they're going to go fast. Tips for people, because online maybe they can buy some of their Cali Mojo as they're buying their tickets too.
Whoa. Absolutely, while you're already online, get get your tickets.
Two birds with one stone,
Absolutely.
right? So tips for getting the tickets.
I think because it's the first time Reno's had the opportunity to experience the show, those tickets will disappear.
Yeah.
If you are watching this and you want to see the show, get online right now,
Get 'em now.
Ticketmaster.com.
Yeah.
Don't wait until the day of the show. You may not have the opportunity if you wait too
I
long.
would think the day
Don't
of is
miss
going to
it.
be probably pretty tough. And
Where is that being played? Right here?
Grand
I'll let
Sierra.
the Grand Sierra.
Yes, at the Grand Sierra Resort. They have a big, beautiful showroom inside there called the Grand Theater. It's one of the largest stages in North America.
Maybe
and it will be
Nello
presenting
can
live.
bring his grandchildren, the kids.
Yes.
They can have a
Come back up
they
in
can-
November.
You can come back in November. You can stay at the GSR. The kids can play in the pool. They have an arcade there.
A movie theater, bowling alley.
Bowling
so
alley.
much.
GSR has it all.
It's kind of the perfect place.
And they have some really
Absolutely.
good
You wouldn't
restaurants.
want to go home.
Right.
That's right. You
You
wouldn't
kids,
have to.
kids may not want to go
Get a room
home.
there.
But anyway, I'm just really, really honored to have all of you on set. And I can't wait. I know we'll have you back for many more shows. What's the next show after The Lion King?
So immediately after The Lion King, we are hosting Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas at the Pioneer Center for the Performing Arts.
Love
we'll be
it.
rolling right into the holiday season.
Oh, my
Really?
goodness.
Yes.
I like that.
That'll be fun.
This is going by fast. So I'm going to tell you who's on next week. We have Mena is a local Reno, I would say a hero. She's a fitness trainer. She has Evoke Fitness. And I'm not going to say her last name because I will not get it right. So I'm just going to say everybody knows Mena. She's like a Cher. She's like an Oprah. It's Mena. And she has Evoke Warriors. And she also has a nonprofit. And you're going to hear some incredible stories of hope. She has a gentleman and a gal who both have cancer, and they're fighting it. And she takes, I want to say 12 to 20 at a time, and they do training, they do nutrition, and she gives them hope and helps them through their treatment. So it's really going to be amazing. So she will be on next week. And let me give my final quote is, and so we are all connected in the great circle of life. Who did that quote?
The entire show?
Again. Yeah.
Mufasa?
Mufasa.
It says,
my
and
Yeah.
so we are all connected in the great circle of life. And I feel like we are the circle
We
of
are.
life. We're a community. And as you know, my logo brand is Together We Are One Heart. So it fits the circle of life. I have some fans. I'd love to share them with you. Thank you again. If you want to be a part of our show, we have advertising, we have sponsorships. We would love to have you join us. It's About Town Deb. We will see you next week.